When we had last left Team Bald, they searched thoroughly through the back alleys of the lower city, at least near the section they were at, and it was there that they had finally uncovered an access point to where the guild was at, as well as the Zentarim, and perhaps another group that would show up eventually. But for now, they explored around, found some rings, announced that a bugbear bartender was not interested in cheeky someone or the other, and, of course, had a meeting with Nine Fingers, who revealed that maybe she was Jaheira's granddaughter, but also maybe wasn't, right? Right? Also, maybe was just being a little mean, right? Who could say, really? Who could say? One thing was for certain. There was a plan put in motion to put an end to the Stone Lord, who could be anybody. The Stone Lord, their identity, a complete mystery. Why would their identity even be relevant? Well, it's because they did actually find out that it was Minsc. Yes, the Stone Lord Minsc himself was ready to show up on the scene, but Nine Fingers revealed that not only was the Stone Lord Minsc, but he was subjugated and taken by the forces of the Absolute, and it was the guild and the Zentarim working in tandem that planned to take him down and destroy their competitor. Now it was time for Team Ball to spring into action and perhaps put an end to their plans of putting an end to the Stone Lord. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let's unhide that. And also, as you can see, I've changed around stuff for Jaheira. And I got our level ups as well. Let me see here. Character sheet, I suppose. So for myself, I went and got a level in Bard. Oh, look, I actually have a whole bunch of spells I can still yoink up for Jaheira. I should probably do that. Okay. We'll just throw in a few here. There we go, and what else is good? Importantly, what doesn't have concentration? I guess that'll do. Okay, but, of import, for myself, I took a 1 level in Bard, so now we're at the cap of 12, and I picked up Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I didn't really have a solution for, like, well, what should I get for a top ranked spell? And I was like, I don't know. There's not much in the way of choice, right? I'm not sure what I would want, right? In fact, I'm kind of debating maybe I should spec out a fighter. I don't know. I quite enjoy having fighter there, right? Maybe some concessions must be made because, I mean, for all things considered, Confusion, Hold Person, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Bane are doing pretty good when it comes to major debuffs that confer concentration. You know, they're all right. They're not terrible. And then we can also throw out like Dissonant Whispers or cantrips, you know? Anyway, I took a feat as well. And I took ability improvement, 2 points in charisma, because we have stuff that scales off of that. Like, for instance, our chess piece, right? Now, also, for Karlach, I leveled her up as well. And I put 1 point into Rogue, actually. Purely out of the interest of getting another feat. It was a difficult choice to make. It was between 1 extra feat for level 4 Rogue or improved crit, super crits or whatever it's called, for an extra point in Barb, which admittedly is significantly more useful nowadays that we're throwing out Hold Person, right? Like, I think it's you get 1 extra die. So the higher die roll on your weapon's damage, the better, I believe. I went and looked into it on the wiki, and yeah, it said that, like, something along the lines of, yeah, this isn't as good as, for instance, here, the halberd. And I think two-handed axes or whatever are even better. They're like a 1d12 or something that you roll, right? But yeah, as you can see, 1d10 on the halberd, whereas Balduran's Giant Slayer is 1d6. Well, if you get an extra one, because in totality you roll 2d6, but you get one extra die on the crit. So, crit's way better, or at least that skill, that feat, functions way, way better with, like, a heavy-duty weapon, you know? Like this halberd. Or, like I said, I think two-handed axes roll a 1d12, which is really wild. It's literally double the Giant Slayer, you know? Because I don't think you get any of the other baked-in damage, like the +8. You wouldn't get, like, a +4 or anything like that. Right? So, I was like, I don't know. We have a lot of stuff on Karlach that scales nicely with her stacking strength. Like, for instance, Balduran's Giant Slayer does pretty good. However, it did make me think about that hammer, Foe Breaker, I think. I think it's Foe Breaker or Foe Hammer, maybe. But the like epic hammer that we had found, that ignores bludgeoning resistance on targets that it hits. Because it basically means that you get double damage on everything, right? Like, I feel like that's actually the best. And I think, don't mauls run off of either a 1d10 or a 1d12? I don't know. It's definitely worth thinking about. Right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Because although we get double the damage from strength modifier here, that is super nice. But we must consider that that's only on the strength modifier, whereas the entire weapon gets doubled because it's not being halved, thanks to the, like, propensity for physical resist to be, like, fucking everywhere now. You know? I don't know, something to think about. I'm thinking if I did do it, maybe it'll be in our Dark Urge playthrough, right? If we did ultimately do like a swap to that weapon. I'm not sure though. Anyway, let's see. I took some notes here. Now for Astarion, also claimed a level. Went and got a level in Fighter, I believe. Do I check that? Yeah, right there. Level 4 Fighter. For a similar reason, we got a feat. It was between that and I think it was Supreme Sneak as a level 9 Rogue Thief. Which, Supreme Sneak is pretty bad. You know, it's pretty damn bad. It's, like we had mentioned before, it really sucks compared to just being a druid and turning into, like, a panther or whatever. Right? It turns your hide, it gives you, like, effectively an invisibility, but it's not even, like, greater invisibility. To where, you have a roll chance to keep it maintained. So it's kind of shit, right? Frankly, it's kind of shit. I feel like at the very least it should be rebalanced to where it gives you greater invisibility at minimum. Or makes you just like a fucking panther, right? The panther is so powerful, right? It is so ridiculous that it just stays up the whole damn time. It doesn't have a time limit and you can just freely, continuously recast it, you know? I don't get it. I don't get the thought process there. But what I do get is level 4 Fighter getting a feat, which we did use to pick up Savage Attacker, which is supposed to be pretty dang good. I went and did also, while I was looking on the wiki, I checked some of this stuff. I checked the math. They did the math on it. And I think for a lot of them, it's like at least 25%. It scales with your weapon, roughly how much you get, which makes sense. But for either of these, it's going to be pretty formidable. Yeah. So we're rolling with that. We're rolling with Savage Attacker. It's going to be a pretty decent damage increase, and, you know, works well with the crits, because it makes them go even higher. All good things. Now, for Jaheira, although Jaheira doesn't yet have a level, I did finally respec her because I want to try out our little plan with Cloud Kill and the Feast. Right? There is definitely some synergy there. The only issue is that I am finding a lack of cohesion between like poison gear. Right? There, and granted, that may be entirely due to the fact that I haven't been looking for it. Thus, I don't have a lot of like bonus poison damage gear. Right? That may be entirely owed to that fact. However, we do have some, right? We've got Derivation Cloak. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4. That's not terrible. Poisoner's Robe. You do an additional 1 to 4 poison, which is okay, but man, it kind of is shit on a chess piece. Let's be real, it's kind of shit there. Like at this point, at this stage, that sounds like something that should be on like a ring or amulet. Over here, Poisoner's Gloves. When you deal poison damage, the target needs to succeed a con save throw or become poisoned. That's pretty good because you always have... you're applying a con save throw and there are items that scale with you succeeding a saving throw, right? And of course, poisoning enemies a lot is very useful too. They get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Ring of Mental Inhibition. I think I traded with Jaheira or something. Yeah, I took Ring of Arcane Synergy, because that'll help me. Yeah. Whenever I deal damage with a cantrip, which I frequently do, I get Arcane Synergy, which scales up my additional damage to my weapon based on my spellcasting modifier, or ability modifier, which is going to be pretty good, I think. I still could do with a better heavy crossbow, right? I still could do with that. And in saying that, I think that's a good point for me to continue just using Fighter rather than dropping Fighter to get a point into Bard, because it's so nice to just be able to not worry about having to like get feats and perks and shit like that to wield something like a heavy crossbow or wield a shield with my Phalar Alluve. Which admittedly, Phalar Alluve, I'm not even using it that often anymore. Right? That's such a damn shame. Like, as strong as it is, it's tough to fit it into combat, isn't it? Something to think about, something to think about. Maybe I want to swap to some other weapon. Right? Maybe I want a different one. Yeah, something to think about, honestly. Because realistically, the last few times we've had combat, I have not had the opportunity to use it. I've rather instead, like, do damage and all of that. And frankly, we don't need it that badly anymore. Right? Our ability scores and hit chances and all of that are high enough. But regardless, for Jaheira, like I said, I struggle to give her stuff that works with poison because I feel like I just don't have that much. You know? And what we do have is kind of ass. Right? And I feel like maybe that is, like I said, maybe that's due to the fact that I haven't looked around explicitly for it. But I did take this incredible staff off of Gale. And, yeah, true enough, it is absolutely incredible. Let's see here.
Such authority.
When you activate it, you, like, channel one of these different elements, which are super nice. And here's another situation, too. There is that perk, or feat, I should say, that helps you, as a caster, ignore resistances on enemies. Right? If you deal, like, for instance, acid damage, fire damage, cold damage, I think Jaheira was even using it, you can just straight up ignore enemy resistances if they have them baked in. Extremely useful, so helpful. The problem is, that feat doesn't include poison damage. It's only a set amount of, like, the core elemental group, right? If that makes any sense. And Jaheira just ain't got access to that. And the unfortunate thing is, I don't know. If something is resistant to poison, is she even going to do as much as if she was dealing cold? I don't know. I have no idea. Either way, neither here nor there for the time being. We've got Deadlier Than Arsenic. Embrace Kareska's poison to gain resistance to poison damage. Your poison spells deal additional poison damage equal to your proficiency bonus. When you deal spell damage, inflict 1 turn of poisoned upon the target. While attuned to Kareska's poison, you can cast Cloud Kill and Ray of Sickness. Once per short rest on both of them. Which is quite nice. Right? And I'm curious how this functions. When you deal spell damage, inflict 1 turn of poisoned upon the target. Like, that seems really powerful. You know? But I do wonder, does that make my Poisoner's Gloves irrelevant? I feel like it does. You know, I feel like who gives a shit now? Thus, I'm tempted to be like, man, maybe I should be on the lookout for a different pair of gloves. I mean, is there even a benefit to me having both of them? Right? I feel as if this makes it redundant because you just guaranteed afflict them with poison for 1 turn anytime you deal spell damage. Yeah. What's also fascinating is how this would function with every other class, right? Like, if the affix, or not the affix, if the condition is powerful enough, right? Isn't this going to be absolutely buck wild on, like, for instance, Gale, who has this sort of, like, machine gun scorching ray ability? You know, what if you just ignore every other part of this? Except for when you deal spell damage, inflict 1 turn of this condition. Guaranteed. Right? For instance, Noxious Fumes. Imagine Gale shooting this off. He would get, like, at a max rank, Scorching Ray? Like, are you shitting me? How many is that? That's like 7 D4s that you fire off. Or even a wizard that specializes in Magic Missile, right? And it would synergize with that one Magic Missile amulet as well. You would get another D4 out of it. Right? Or, for instance, here, Reverberation. I mean, this isn't nearly as good. Right? Noxious Fumes is wild, though. You get, like, a point-blank AoE. Lightning Charge. That gets consumed at 5 stacks. Frost. Also not terribly amazing. But this one also lets you gain heat, so you would gain heat doubly fast. So your heat convergence would go, like, through the fucking roof. Which I have to wonder, is it actually worth it? I guess you deal additional fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus, right? So if you average out the 1d4 here from Noxious Fumes, I assume by the time you have this weapon, you will outrun it thanks to heat, unless heat convergence has like an upper limit. You know? If it has an upper limit. Or you're doing so much damage with it that you're killing yourself. You know? That's possible too. Right, yeah, I don't think with an actual fire wizard you're going to be outpacing this. Thanks to additional fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus, right? The like Gatling gun, or machine gun Scorching Ray is just too good. However, in the case of this, Noxious Fumes on a Magic Missile wizard, then I think we're talking. I think we're dealing with something powerful. And just as well, even on Jaheira, right? Imagine Cloud Kill in an AoE situation. Would that not just fucking melt them? You know? Would that not just be fucking incredible? I feel like it would be. It's something to think about, though. At the very least. I mean, sure, we lose out on the extra damage from poison. But like I said, it's already kind of redundant. Right? But you know, like I said, it's something I'm just thinking about. It's any time you deal spell damage. Which, if we want to be really generous, does that include poison damage? Like when they're poisoned and they take a hit? You know? When they suffer damage from that? I mean, technically that was a condition that is a dot applied through a spell. I feel like that's a stretch though, right? If I had to guess, it wouldn't take any effect. Anyway, all just points of consideration. Alrighty.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Let's see. Let's check in with everybody here. Did we already talk to you, Lady Quincy? I think I did, right?
Knife.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk again to Nine Fingers.
Keep the Harper out of trouble. Just because I don't want to kill her doesn't mean I won't.
Oh,
Beyond
no.
that, be welcome. Be merry. Is there something you require of a humble guildmaster?
What can I do to help you? Why do I need the guild? I've been doing well enough without you so far. We're not done discussing Minsk. Call off your ambush. I need information. I ran into some of your thugs. The Rivington rats? Leave. We're not done discussing Minsk. Call off your ambush.
No begging? Not even a snotty little please? It's almost like you don't know who you're talking to. The order's been given. It's done. So I hope you know another tune because I am getting bored of this one.
Okay, you can't be persuaded. Why do I need the guild? I've been doing well enough without you so far.
You have. But don't be so quick to bat away a helping hand. You find few enough of them in this city. The Flaming Fist can be bought. The Harpers are scattered, and the Parliament of Peers, well, they're just generally too inbred to be useful. The Absolute's at our gate, and the Guild are the only ones truly standing against it.
I don't think I really know jack shit about the Parliament of Peers. Apparently they're inbred? Or are they like nobility or something? Okay. I ran into some of your thugs. The Rivington rats?
Oh. Did you enjoy the encounter?
They got a payday out of me. I don't think they enjoyed it. I killed them all. They seemed like upstanding citizens. I don't even remember what I did. I don't even remember them. The Rivington rats? They were pretty forgettable. Frankly, I don't even remember them. The Rivington rats? Who the fuck were the Rivington rats? I don't think they enjoyed it.
I've no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
I need information.
Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab.
How is it you know so much about the cult of the Absolute and its leaders? We'll start from the top.
Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I sort of figured it out from a similar angle, right? But I didn't see two of them. I just saw one of them, and then they were kind of hanging out with one another, you know? Okay. There's more to it than just the dead three. Talk about something else. Leave. Do we want to give out this information? Yeah, I don't see why not. You know? Like, absolute worst case, maybe they'll help out in some way, right? If things get really bad, There's more to it than just the dead three.
Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet.
Tell her everything. The enslaved elder brain, the astral prism, you. Do you think she would make a power play? Nothing. Never mind. Leave. Do we think she would make a power play? Huh. How much could she do, really? They seem pretty desperate right now. Right? Literally one guy and possibly a giant miniature space hamster are causing them a lot of problems. I'll tell her everything. Fuck it.
It seems that my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying.
Annoying? That's it. So what do you plan to do now that you know? Don't overreact. I'm in control of myself, I swear it. So what do you plan to do now that you know?
I had no intention of leaving my city in the Dead Three's hands. Definitely not leaving it to some slimy shit that doesn't even have hands. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything?
Okay. Oh man, I can't ask any of the other shit? Fuck. I thought we could start from the top and work our way down. Okay, well, sure. What can I, if we are helping each other out, what can I do to help you?
Keep me from having to kill the Harper. Which means keeping out of the guild's way, all right? Wonderful.
Okay, well that may not work out, all things considered. Alright. Now let's read these notes back here. Devil's Fee, Observer's Report. Notes from Himberloo, a street beggar employed by the guild as a spy, on activity at the Devil's Fee Antiquities Shop. The report concludes with the following. Though the majority of my report concerns the visits of well-known patriarchs to Helsik's establishment, aristocrats who might be blackmailed to keep such visits secret, there was another visitation that I feel should not be overlooked. The arms dealer, Gortash, along with a known Bhaalist leader, met yesterday with Helsik for a considerable period. Upon leaving the shop, I overheard Gortash to remark, "What did I tell you? If Helsik can get us into the House of Hope, she can get us into Mephistar, too." How is this Helsik person so damn good? From the desk of Rakath Glitterbeard, head banker. A scented letter on the ornate stationery of Baldur's Gate's premier bank, the counting house. Guildmaster, we are delighted to inform you that we have just taken delivery of a special deposit box, constructed and charmed exactly to your specifications. We eagerly await the arrival of the promised goods into our vault and the fulfillment of your order. In highest esteem, Rakath Glitterbeard, Fellowship of Financiers. A hasty note slashes across the bottom of the page in a different hand, marked for return delivery. Shite code, Glitterbeard. Don't bother. When we kill the Stone Lord, I want the whole damn city to know who did it.
The Stone Lord plans to rob the counting house, and Nine Fingers means to trap him there.
It's wild that she just left that out. Right, it's not even in a container. Inroads by Arms Dealer Gortash. Generic book text. Nine Fingers. Here follows a report on the inroads upstart smuggler Enver Gortash has been making on the illicit arms trade in the Chianthar Valley. Though inroads badly understates the case, annexation would be more apt. The former black market leaders, the Knights of the Shield, and outside the city, the Zhentarim, have largely been supplanted by Gortash's operation. Oh, so the Knights of the Shield are black market? I thought they were like vigilantes or whatever. Illegal arms have never been a major component of the guild's business, but given his apparent ambitions, it would be unwise to assume that Gortash will stop there. He bears watching closely. Bursar Ukhtar. Can't read this scroll back here. Anything of interest on it? The guild's dossier on a suspicious dock worker named Amphol. Huh. They're suspicious? Dossier on a group of unidentified travelers arriving in Baldur's Gate from the Risen Road. Was that us? Another scroll. Dossier on Hoots Hooligan, the barmaid at Sharess's Caress. Dossier on Gauntlet Edwina of the Flaming Fist. Dossier on Lady Durenbold, one of Baldur's Gate's most prominent patriarchs. Okay, anything else in here? There is, but I can't really get into it. Okay, let's do a quick save. Can I read this on your desk? File under Diabolist. I think I'd read this one before. Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Nine Fingers? Now that I figured you
out of trouble. Beyond that,
right.
Be welcome.
Oh, I need information. Oh, it's back.
Is there something you require of a humble guildmaster?
Well, okay, fantastic.
Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab.
How's your fight against the Absolute going?
Which part? The Stone Lords hollowed this place out. Half my crews are fled or in hiding. Orin's Faceless try to pierce my ranks every day, while Gortash's toy soldiers control the streets. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them.
You and Jaheira are an odd pairing. How do you know one another?
We've crossed paths over the years. Two hands trying to steer the city. Just not always in the same direction. Ugh, can't stand harpers as a rule, but Jaheira's the exception. She's only really half a harper at most.
You mean that as a compliment? I am sure.
The same way I'm not just the lowly thief, vagabond, and murderer the Watch and peers would paint me as. I happen to be a fine singer, too.
I noticed the mercenaries in your hall. Since when does the guild work with the Zhentarim?
We don't. The Zhentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back.
Man, I cannot believe that there's no option to tell her that the Zhentarim are in deep with the Absolute too, right? Like, they're in pretty deep, and like, they're a huge liability, you know? Like, you absolutely cannot count on them. That, like, they're mercenaries in the worst sense. Yeah, that. I feel like you should really be able to tell her, because it was made such a big deal in Act 2 at the docks, right? When you find out that, yeah, they're working directly with Ketheric Thorm and like moving tadpoles, right? Like, what guarantees do you have that they won't just you know, like, give the Dead Three, or give what do you call them, the Chosen, their vast amounts of intel, you know? That, like, you've already been infiltrated, You're making all of these gestures toward, like, trying to keep wary of the Absolute, but they've already infiltrated you. Okay. I'd like to know more about the guild.
Thieves, frauds, and miscreants. If it's just the watch warrants you're reading. The guild isn't any one thing. We're everything. All the parts of the city the watch don't want seen, so they push us to the far side of their law. But it's not the watch that keeps the peace, or gives justice to any Baldurian who asks, whether they can pay for it or not. It's us. If we take a little tribute in return, or tie strings of service to those we help, well, what of it? So long as we're working as one, it all runs quick, quiet, and clean.
That's a very utopian way of saying you're a gang of petty thugs. I trust the guild over the city watch and the Flaming Fist any day. And what is it the guild wants? I mean, 2 is definitely my sentiment and absolutely the sentiment of my character. But I do really want to hear what she would say if I ask this. Do I want to express my character's individuality more, or hear what you have to say? I want to hear what she says. And what is it the guild wants?
Clean water, filthy riches, and everything in between. We're citizens of the city. No more, no less. Right now, I'll settle for taking our city back.
Okay, what can I do to help you? I assume the
Keep
same.
me from having to kill the
Right.
harper.
Okay.
Which means...
Sure. Well, let's get out of here then. There was that other route over this way, right? Yeah. Oh shit. Did I just open that illegal door? Eh, maybe it wasn't illegal. Or not illegal, but, what would you even call it? Bad. Did I open the bad door? Yeah, that's it. Those were the words I'm looking for. Okay.
The place of its glamour.
So we do have this here. Which I can definitely open this, right? There ain't nobody looking over here, really. Okay.
Better be cautious. Don't give me trouble now.
Ooh, it's got a hefty lock on it. Ooh, shit. Okay, let's try it again. Oh my god. We're getting nailed here. Good thing we have a ton of these tools. There we go. Alright. So what is back here? Yeah, these are areas we had seen before. No? Yeah, quite literally. Okay.
Let's see what you're hiding.
If we gather the party over here... Well, should we do this yet? Yeah, maybe we hold off on it for now. And let's return to... the lower city, I think. Right.
Now that's something you don't see in the mouth every day.
Okay. So we have explored everything in these sections that we have looked at so far. Oh. The Diabolist is up here. Right by Cazador. That's funny. Okay. Can I browse the armories real quick here? I would like to see real quick if they had any, like, poison gear for Jaheira.
Easier to don some armor.
See what you got?
Your good deeds.
Oh, what did that say? Ooh. Okay. I got a good deal, I think. Sure, breastplate +2. Nothing good. Okay, fair enough. I'll sell some crap, though. Got a little ring.
Truth be told.
Okay, let's see here. Dialogue. News of your good deeds has traveled fast. The merchant is all too happy to extend a certain generosity towards you, where the price of goods is concerned. Okay. Right, that must be the Baldur's Mouth situation kicking in.
Something caught your eye then? Careful. Most of my wares can take an eye right out.
News of
Let's see
your
what you
good
got.
deeds has traveled
same,
fast.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. Great Axe is a 1d12. Ridiculous. Yeah, nothing particularly useful there.
All of my wares.
Okay, we could run into Sorcerer's Sundries real quick, too. Let's do that. It's right there.
It's so pretty.
Before we get on with checking out the rest of the area. Just in case there's something good for Jaheira.
What's up for discussion? Welcome back, valued
Oh
customer.
god, my eyeballs.
Take your time.
Okay, what have you got? Oh, you've only got scrolls now. Okay. I guess somebody cleared you out, huh?
Thank you for visiting.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's start going westward then. From here? Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Oh, you know what? I wanted to check out the Mystic Carrion house too. Yeah, Philgrave's mansion. Hang on, let's check that out real fast. Since they despawned. Okay. So, how do we get in? Come over this route. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Let's head on in. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh!
Foolish creature. You thought killing me once would be enough? It was enough to seal Thrombo's fate. I destroyed him at dawn. His spirit screams within these walls now. I think it's time you joined him.
How'd you get your staff back? Okay, well, it's just him. He ain't even got any of his incredible power. Okay. Oh, I can't do anything. Can I? Okay.
No surrender.
We can move. Can we actually attack? Oh, we can. Okay. Sure. Well, let's frenzy, I guess. I guess the UI's is bugged. Okay, let me actually quick save and quick load. I'll probably fix it. Wait for the full save to go through here. I wonder what will happen if we kill him again. Like, I don't know. Big whoop, you killed Thrombo. I found Thrombo and dude was stinky. Right? He was just hiding inside of a wardrobe. I don't know. I mean, I guess that sucks for Thrombo, but I didn't really care about Thrombo. Sorry if you thought I was supposed to care about Thrombo. He didn't really fucking do anything. So, I don't know. That's no worry by my account. I don't know. Maybe Thrombo sucked. Right? Maybe Thrombo sucked. Maybe Thrombo deserved it. He was really stinky. Okay. There we are. That fixed things. Fantastic. Cool. Let me take a look here. What have you got going on? Oh, beautiful. Immune to poison. That's what we want. Okay. I'll do a reckless attack here. Great. And you know what? Let's have her circle around the back.
I've missed this.
Just for the sake of positioning and whatnot. Okay.
Time to push my luck again.
Let's see here. Let's try slashing flourish here. Oh, path is interrupted. It's fine.
One day I'll catch a
Go
break.
over here. Good.
You still have time to surrender.
And then let's have Jaheira run in here.
By your command.
Great. And what should we do? I mean, we could haste up Karlach. That would definitely be useful. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I can't quite reach. Could haste up myself. Do I want that?
I got this.
Well, I can have Karlach run back around. Cancel end turn. Yeah, there we go.
Not
Perfect.
with
Problem
another
solved.
harvest.
Good. And then another one of these here. Have her run around the back once more. She could also throw them. But I don't think we need to do that, huh? Good. Halfway dead. Perfect.
There's blood in the air.
Okay, then let's have Astarion do some dashing here. That's right here. Great. And you know what?
Survival
I'm
is
also
all that
going to...
matters.
I'm going to fucking unload. Why not? Good. And then... should I just straight up attack? Yeah, I think so. 42%. Okay, we're not going to do that just yet. Let's get some more archery action going. Cool. We're just going to kill him again. Yeah, you are a necrotic stump. You fucking fool.
So what exactly did you see?
Look, we got... Man, what is this, a money hack? Look at this. Jeez. Gale, I got something for you.
I'd love to, thanks.
Karlach, take that old fucker's body again. Did we get more XP again? No. No, okay. Okay. How was her damage scaling? Okay. Strength modifier, Baldurin's Giant Slayer, +2 from rage. What's the +3 off of? I did give her this. When you inflict a condition, gain arcane synergy for 2 rounds. On the off chance that, like, you know, she knocks someone prone or whatever, I think that'll count. You know, with the brutal leap. Would be a nice way to tack on a little bit extra, I think. Okay. Yeah, you don't have any of your weird powers. All that happened is that Thrumbo died.
For me?
I'm assuming you're not going to come back. But I'll take you again just in case. Why not? Okay. We'll see how that plays out.
What exactly did you see?
At least things have stayed interesting.
Okay,
Time to
let's
press
head on
ahead.
over here. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Thrumbo, if you want me to give a shit about you, maybe you should have actually said something to me meaningful and not just been stinky.
Maybe I should drop the Gazette a few platinum.
Maybe I would have given a fuck.
Nice write-up.
Oh, you think I'm paying him off? It's worse than that.
I wonder which of Edward's rings you kissed to get such a glowing write-up in the mouth.
Well, Ciara, or whatever your name was. Obviously, it was the cock ring. Let's go over here. Down this route. Fist Shargle. Morino.
Shh! If I'm found buying anti-cultist charms, I'll be laughed out the city.
Well, you'll be the one laughing when they're all enslaved to the absolute.
Supposed to be a bard or a druid.
It's open to interpretation.
Okay, let's talk with all these people. Shargle.
We're rooting out disloyal elements among the problem citizens, all right?
The problem
Now move along.
citizens. Anything else?
We're rooting out
Okay. What's the problem with them? Marino?
Gods, this is totally obnoxious. But I guess I'd better keep my lips sewn shut, eh?
Anything else?
Gods, this is
Okay, I assume they'll all just have one line. Bersenberg.
I stole an apple once when I was 9, but that thing won't know about it. I hope.
And Courier Hara.
I wish we could get this over with. If I don't make my deliveries, I don't get paid.
Okay. I wonder what if there's a commonality here, or if it's just meant to be like shock and awe. To be like effectively like frisking them on the street. Fist Neffel.
Be patient while these citizens are evaluated. This is all routine. Make no sudden moves.
Fist Larsh.
As you can see, there's no trouble here, right? And I'm sure you don't want to cause any.
So Baldur's Gate is like effectively in a state of martial law right now, right? I mean, it's like not literally, not technically, but it's effectively, right?
The hands are too
Okay. Another civilian.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not stupid. I know it's probably a scam, but what if it's not?
Yeah, what if it's not?
Real hero. Again, with that judgy look. Well, I don't care what you think about the charms. I care about being safe.
Okay. Honest Vendor is their name.
Love mind control. You do well to buy a charm sharpish.
A cultist took control of my fiancé.
You're just making that up.
Have you got anything I can use to bring him back?
That would be the mind restoring charm. I don't have any of those, sorry.
Alright, let's see what you got.
You fallen foul of a cultist's curse? Been addled by an absolutist incantation? Not sure? Best stock up on charms, just in case.
He's doing what I used to do. What exactly are you selling? Let me see what you have. What exactly are you selling?
Protection, of course. Who knows the horrors these cultists have up their sleeves? Can't be too prepared.
Alright, let's see what you got. Oh dear, they do nothing. Do you think, I guess nobody else has like a user interface, right? How am I able to divine what information I'm divining here? You know? Oh, there's no fun flavor text on these either. Oh, I thought there would be similar to Mole and the kids in Act 1, you know?
Satisfaction
Because
guaranteed.
Ed loves interviewing heroes. They talked to Gortash last tender.
Of absolutist rebuttal.
Now, what is over here? Flymm's Cobblers. Oh.
Charms all sound a bit out of my price range.
Flymm's Cobblers. Walk in a pauper, strut out a duke.
Wow. Well, let's have a look. Portrait of Gortash.
What's that?
Oh. Why am I noticing this? A lovingly polished frame adorns this rather fetching portrait of Enver Gortash in his younger years. What's with this curious music playing?
That's Gortash, isn't it?
Okay. Wait, is this Gortash's family? What was his old name? Isn't Gortash a fake name? Right? He like changed his name or whatever. Didn't he? Yeah, is he a Flymm? Hello.
Be very welcome to Flymm's Cobblers, humble family home of our Archduke Enver Gortash.
Yeah, family home.
He may not have followed in his old man's shoe steps, but Archduke's not so bad, is it?
Gortash's dad. He seems proud.
Oh, let me see your wares. Detect thoughts. Probe his mind. You're Gortash's father, then? Let's say that.
He's the image of me, isn't he? Always was a handsome devil.
Is this... Are these fucking doppelgangers? What? Okay. I'm gonna fucking probe his mind. I don't give a shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna roll again. There we are. Uh-oh.
Nothing. It's as though the inner workings of his mind have been wiped clean.
What? Let me see your wares. Heavy boots. Humbly cobbled shoes. Okay. Plain boots. Soft and comfortable shoes. Delicate shoes. Pointed toe shoes. All right.
Finest leather in the city. Ask anyone.
Sure. Well, there are no Aldens, but I appreciate a good shoe. Sally Flymm?
Ah, sir, you've chosen a special day to visit the family home of Archduke Enver Gortash. We're celebrating our dear son's magnificent achievement with a special run of leather-soled shoes.
Gods. Gortash has a mother. I assumed he sprang fully formed from a lich's arse crack or something.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, I'm as surprised as you, but right, when we first came in here, I guess he is the only one that, you know, he's the one that's closest to human, so to speak, in as far as physicality is concerned. Right? Though, if anything, I think he, as far as, like, I don't know. As far as his, like, emotions and whatnot, do you think he retains more humanity than Ketheric Thorm? I don't think so. I feel like Ketheric Thorm has more humanity about him, in which, granted, Ketheric Thorm isn't human, but, you know, in the sort of colloquial sense of humanity, right? But I think Ketheric Thorm has more humanity within him because at least he started out a certain way, and in a lot of ways, for a long time, he thought that what he was doing was correct. You know? He thought that he was helping out other people, whereas Enver Gortash, I don't know, he reads as very, like, selfishly motivated, at least so far. You know, like, he wants people to flourish and prosper so long as he's skimming the money off the top. Right? Which isn't to say that Ketheric is necessarily a great guy, don't get me wrong. But just that he's a few shades, like, lesser, or not as horrible as Gortash, I feel. You know? Okay. I don't know. Well, maybe as we learn more, the take will develop. Well, we can probe your mind too. A pleasure to meet the mother of the Archduke. So you're to blame for the rise of that charlatan. Show me what you have in stock. Huh. Let's probe her mind. Also, wild earlier. Special run of leather-soled shoes? What else do they have here? Right? I'm curious. What other kinds do they have? Are they maybe using, like, natural rubbers as well? Right? Because that definitely exists. I just so happen to have a pair of shoes with natural rubber on them. But, neither here nor there. A leather-soled shoe is quite nice as well. But I'm curious, what else would they use? Do they got fucking Vibram or, like, Day-Night outsoles here in fucking Baldur's Gate? Maybe there's, like, a magical kind. You know? I know, like, in current day, you can definitely get, like, metal, like toe taps and stuff like that, and heels on your shoes at certain points where you would expect a lot of wear. If they're really good shoes, you would have this done. But I don't know if you would do the entire outsole, which is, I feel, the implication there, if there were any other option. Okay. And certainly when we've inspected and read flavor text on all the different boots and shoes, there wasn't ever any information about, like, anything, like, there was no reason to believe that boots and shoes weren't just using leather outsoles, you know? Whereas, you know, other, like, combat-based boots would be using, you know, they have, like, metal or whatever. I don't know the realm of, like, fantastical or even medieval, like, defense or whatever. When it comes to, like, a pair of sabatons or greaves or whatever. Alright, well, let's probe her mind. Okay, see how it goes. Wow, we got that one easy.
Help me! Dear God, help me!
Your tadpole squirms. These people are infected with the parasite, but something is off.
What? Illithid, connect your tadpole to hers. Delve into her mind. Do I want to do this? Sure, why not?
You search her mind.
It could help someone.
But the psionic forces that control her are different. Split somehow. Your own consciousness slips into the gap.
Help me! God, help me! Enver's ruined my mind. He's taken my body. I should have slammed the door in his face, but I let him in and he rammed some kind of worm in our eyes. I'm here, but I can't speak. I can't act. I'm trapped.
Jesus Christ. Why would Enver do this to you? What exactly happened? He infected you with a mind flayer tadpole. I have one too, but for now they can't be cured. What exactly happened?
We hadn't seen him in so long. I knew he was an animal, but I underestimated him. He sauntered in, Lord Gortash. What a name! Conjured up like a cheap trick. Said he was back for good, and he wanted to repay us for his childhood. Still bitter after all these years, but we did what was best for him.
Yeah, I
For
bet there
all
were
of
no
us.
saints either.
We had debts, world-ending debts, trying to keep this cursed shop afloat. Dangerous lenders who said they'd bury us all if we didn't pay. Then a warlock offered us a pretty penny for Enver's service. He was a smart boy. Too smart. It was give him up, and all of us live or refuse and die. What choice did we have?
You had every choice. You sold your son to a warlock. That's unforgivable. You may not have intended to, but you created a monster. Very fair trade, if you ask me. Yeah, that's terrible. You sold... I mean, yeah, like, fuck him now. But yeah, true enough. That was fucking unforgivable. Like, definitely this is not the way in which he should dole out justice, so to speak, right? This isn't to say that they deserve their fate. But, you know, they were fucked up. I do like the sense that it is... like, we have an interesting point of origin for Ketherick, which part of me is still wondering if another shoe's gonna drop there, right? I do really enjoy that. And I like that here we have Gortash being somewhat also a victim of systemic issues within the city, right? Which, as we have seen, and as many of us know in real life, a lot of people are in many ways victims of systemic issues and, like, I don't know, bureaucratic malpractice, I guess, right? Or I guess put simply, victims of capitalism, right? But in this case, well, or I should say, in the vast majority of those cases, be they in real life or fictional ones we have seen in this very game, just because you have been dealt this fucked up deck of cards, you need not become a fucking monster, right? You know, you need not become a fucking tyrant. Right? Some people, however, that's just the excuse they need, I suppose. If you're just a fucked up, like, individual, I guess. Right? If you're just willing to take it to such lengths and believe in, like, be delusional enough to believe that the ends justify the means to such an extent, and to believe that your ends are even a benefit to everyone, right? To be so, I don't know, self-involved, I would guess, in the case of Gortash. Like I said, we don't know too much just yet, right? We're kind of rolling here off of a lot of what we've seen, but if I had to guess, judging by all the posters and propaganda, he's a little self-interested, right? Okay. You had every choice. You sold your son to a warlock. That's unforgivable.
We got good coin for him. Closed our debts and all of us kept our lives. Enver included. You may disagree, Enver did, but we don't deserve this torment.
Yeah, I agree.
You're the first person who's heard the real me in months.
Why would I help you after what you did to your own son? You deserve what you got and more. There's nothing I can do for you. At least for now, I'm sorry. I can put you out of your misery if you like. End her suffering. Attack. Leave. There's nothing I can do for you, at least for now. I'm sorry.
There has to be. I can't live like this. I'm trapped. Trapped.
I mean, do you want me to kill you? I can put you out of your misery if you like. But mind you, I don't know. We may find a way to fix it, right? I don't know. I don't know how all this is going to play out. I can put you out of your misery if you like.
There has to be another way. I deserve to live again.
Yeah, you do.
I deserve my own life.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, true enough. I absolutely do not have any agreeances with, like, I guess what you would effectively call here capital punishment, you know? Okay. Well, I don't have any solution for you for now. Leave.
Wait!
Your tadpole lashes and recoils. The connection is broken.
Come again soon.
So what is piloting them?
Welcome back.
Do you have different things for sale? I know what you did. I know that you sold your son into slavery. Show me what you have in stock. Put her out of her misery violently. Show me what you have in stock. Same as before. They do have a lot of money, though.
That's generations of tradition for you.
Okay. Oh, we can talk to Karlach about all that. Alright, well, we may as well.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar? I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him.
There are many cases.
When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
Okay. Well, I suppose we'll call it here for now. When next we return, we'll do some reading in here, and we'll check out the upper floor. Right. I do like that they do play... I guess this is Gortash's theme, right? If there were such a thing, this would be it. Alright. Very fascinating stuff. Very much enjoying that. Until next time, please take care of each other.